All right, so we have the honor of having Mr. Jeff Silvey at our Harmony Hill studios. Uh, Jeff has been involved with the Music for a Hero program, and that's how I met you. And then, we have been fortunate to do some. I have been fortunate to do some collaborative work with you.
Well, I have too.
Oh,
So
well, thank you,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
But Inspirational Country Music Association Producer of the Year multiple times. Um, I mean, the music that you have produced is just magical. It really has something that it's got so much soul and feel and meaning and message in it, and to be able to work with you on some of these writing with veteran programs has just been an absolute honor.
Oh man, thank you. Yeah. When you're talking about all that stuff, I want to meet this guy. He sounds like he's done a bunch. I don't know.
Yeah, he has.
I'm teasing, but yeah, it's been an honor to be a part of this A Hero music. Um, it's and I always say this, and it's true that you think that you might be able to go in there and maybe write a song with one of the warriors or vets that have been going through a hard time, and that maybe you have a chance to bless them, in a certain way. And every time I think I get more out of it than they do. I don't know,
Mm,
because it blesses me just as much, if not more, to be a part of that, because you're giving something back instead of taking.
yeah.
And that's what we're here to do. I believe that's what we're called to do, is to give back, and so it's real important for me to continue to do this. It's because it means so much to me. So
Now, how did you come into the fold of the Music for a Hero program?
Rusty Tabor, who's one of my closest friends, and we've written, I don't know, I can't even imagine how many songs we've written together. Um, just been friends for years, and he called me up one day and said, "Hey, why don't you come to Pensacola for the fishing trip that AHERO does every year? They do that, and then they do one in Gulf Shores,
Orange
Orange
Beach, yeah.
Beach, yeah, and then they do one in Pensacola." And he said, "Why don't you come?" And he said, "Let's and we'll write a song with a veteran." And he said, "Trust me, you're gonna love this." And so I said, "Sure, man." And I'd moved to Florida. I moved to north of Panama City, and so I was already down there. And I said, "Sure, I'll come over." And so that's really how I got involved into it. Rusty had worked with Operation Song with Bob Regan,
Mm,
and so he kind of took some of that knowledge that he had from there, and was able to come into A Hero, and bring in some of the things that he'd learned from that. And so it's been so rewarding to be able to these when I say stories, they're real life things that's happened to these guys, gals, and it's just amazing to be a part of helping somehow in that healing process.
yeah.
So
There's an absolute therapeutic aspect to it,
yeah,
and I think all around, from a veteran, a warrior who is, kind of telling their story, and to sometimes, um, you know, strangers at the time, you quickly become family after it
yeah,
happens when you learn so much about somebody and you realize what they've gone through, and the ability to take that and turn it into a song.
yeah, and it doesn't stop there either. Those experiences stay with you. The rest of your life.
Yeah.
I mean that when you go for a weekend like that, um, let me just say, if you ever get a chance to go and see some of this, um, it's real, and that's what I always tell everybody. That's real, and God is moving, and that's the reason why I'm at the age. If it's not real, I don't want to do
Yeah.
it. And man, this is
As we're on the precipice of all things that are not real, and,
yes,
and,
we
and
are.
AI artists are
Yeah, I
charting, and
know. Yeah,
there's something very very real about what happens at these
mm-hmm.
Music for a Hero events.
Yeah, yep,
The first opportunity that I had to write with you. It was at some ranch. I remember you turn in, and there's these big longhorn.
Kickback Ranch.
Kickback Ranch. Yeah. So I drove up
just south of Montgomery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we sat down with the Warrior, and that's when I first met you and Rusty and Kevin Adair.
Yep.
And the whole crew, and just the lists of accomplishments that you all come with. Having written for George Strait for almost 2 decades.
Yeah.
And multiple cuts with him, to include the most recent album that he put out, which includes 3 Drinks Behind, which you co-wrote.
And we just found out, just got nominated. The album did for a Grammy for Country Album of the Year.
That's amazing.
So we're excited. That's just a blessing for that to happen. Man.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, we've been doing this a long time, as far as from songwriting to producing to performing and all that. And so it's with AHERO Music and even in Harmony Hill Studios, we're able to use all that. Seems like all that experience kind of comes together to be able to use it now in such a meaningful way.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. So.
Yeah. The first opportunity, the second opportunity we had to write was down in Pensacola at a fishing event. And we sat in this condo right on the beach on the Gulf. And we wrote with Mike Miller and his family.
That's right.
And Mike had stage 4 brain cancer at the time.
Yes.
He knew, and the family knew that that the end was near, and we got to sit down and write his song, which is called My Legacy, which was the first song that we put out on AHERO Records. Rusty sang it.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to sit down with Mike and his wife and his 3 teenage children at the time, and all write about, what his life has meant to him, and that was powerful.
Yeah, it was powerful, and it was hard. It was hard on your heart.
Oh yeah,
because you knew that was probably the last time you were going to see him too, down here.
Mm-hmm.
So
and it was.
Yeah.
Yep. And we put out the song, I want to say March, or very late March, and we got him an advance copy. It wound up coming out on like a Monday.
Yeah.
And he passed right before it came out, but he got to hear it. And they got to listen to it as a family, and and have just a nice reminder of all the things that he meant to his family. That was absolutely moving.
Yeah.
So fast forward, another event recently happened. I went down to Pensacola, where they had a Fishing for AHERO event, and you and I got to sit in the same condo.
That's what made it so. I couldn't believe it was the same condo where he'd written. Yeah. Yeah. And if you remember, I had trouble getting over there. I had my car broke down. Everything that could have gone wrong did. My dog didn't leave me, thank goodness. But yeah, I couldn't even. I had to rent. I went and rented a car because I don't know. There was a poll saying God wants you over there, and I was like, my car broke down, so I went and rented a car, and you can't make this up. My wife had put gasoline in the oil spill of the lawnmower by accident. And so I had to drain the oil before I came over. And I thought, man, I don't know if I'm going to get there or not. And Mike had gone on to the dinner and talked. You talked to
Robin,
to the warrior and the veteran, and kind of got her story.
Knowing that we were going to write with her the next day.
No, we're going to write the next day.
And that you were, doing everything you could to get there. I was just trying to get some background information and learn.
And so I get in. I finally get in late. Like it was probably 9:30 or 10. And when you came back and started telling me about it, man, I already had the keyboard set up.
Yeah.
And we started in. We didn't even leave that room until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
because we just
a little
kept
after 1.
Yeah, and I really think we had almost all of it written by then. We had a few little.
There was just a few, a few little personal touches and details that really, kind of set it off. And that's where Strength of a Survivor came from. And just listening to Robin's story, to be able to sit down with, a fellow Marine to me, and the challenges that she faced her entire career, and all the great badass stuff that she did and was able to manage that. And, sometimes, you lose a piece of yourself, and that transition is hard.
Yeah.
When you go from active duty into the veteran status, especially when you've been this thing for so long, then it's like, okay, who am I now? And, she really went through a lot of struggles in this song. I mean, I kind of equate it to a phoenix rising from the ashes kind of thing of, at your darkest moment, you realize that, you need to give yourself to a greater purpose, and she had found that, and her whole story kind of from start to where she is now, and her journey, her recovery, we kind of captured that in song. And
then when we got through writing it, I looked at it and I thought, you know what? This isn't only just for her. This is for everybody. I think everybody's been at that point at some point, if they've lived, and I think everybody has lived. Yeah. So I thought, this is universal. This song is particularly, and that's when I thought of Aaron Justice, because I thought his voice would be great on this, and I think he would really like this song. I think it's relatable by everybody. I think because we've all been there. Yeah. And that's something that doesn't happen very often. Is that doesn't line up, where you've got a song that can reach the masses, because a lot of times it's just tailor made for the veteran, and so it's hard to find one that really just can hit everybody like that.
Yeah.
So,
but it was just such a pleasure to watch you work, and we kind of craft the lyrics into the song and the message, and introducing us to Aaron Justice, just a fantastic contemporary Christian artist.
Oh, yeah.
And
a great guy too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. An Army veteran.
That's what really drove it home, is we realized that this song was special, and that we had to find the right voice, the right catalyst to get it heard. And you had been working with him on a song called "Love Like Jesus Does."
Yeah, his current single.
Current single, and I mean, and I got to just kind of be on the periphery of that, because you had, played us a song, and you were looking for, a beautiful gospel voice to be on it as well. And I was working with Myra Washington at the time. We still are. And she just walloped that thing.
Just brought that home.
Yeah,
at the
she
end.
did several passes on that. Just and just effortlessly. She's a vocal powerhouse.
Oh yeah.
And I sent it down there, and you got a chance to check it out, and you got it all mixed up and produced, and wow, it just sounds fantastic.
Yeah, and it's doing well it's his first single out, and it's number 10 with a bullet on one of the charts. I don't know which one it is, but I don't watch all that stuff.
Yeah,
but he's doing well with it. So.
Getting a great response from the video that he's got out there as well.
Yeah,
but we had started to put the song together, and then Aaron came in yesterday, and we tracked the vocal, and we shot some footage that we're going to show the folks, and because I really think that video is an important aspect these days to prove that you're really doing it.
Yeah, and especially on something like this.
Of course.
Yeah, and boy, did he knock it out of the park too.
Wow.
He came in and sang that thing like he owned it.
Oh, yeah.
And And so
Well,
it's
he
going to
does.
be great.
He does
It's
now.
going to be great.
He does now. And then last night, as we were wrapped up the vocals and we were doing a little bit on the mix, good friend of mine, Stacy Lamont Sidnor, we were in the Marine Corps together. He was in the 2nd Marine Division Band. Just an amazing drummer and percussion player. Just came off the road with Shaka Khan. He's the drummer for the Jacksons of the Jackson 5.
And he was in Boston. Then he had to fly to California.
Yeah.
And he just flew in yesterday.
Yeah.
And then come straight here.
Yeah. He was in Boston with Taylor Dane. He's her drummer.
Isn't that
and then
amazing?
he went to Oakland, played with an R&B artist, and then he landed at 2:00. He went to the dentist to get I think he had a cracked tooth or something.
Yeah,
something he had to get fixed, and then he rolled up here.
Yeah.
Not looking so happy, but man, he's such a jovial guy and such an amazing talent, and he walloped it.
Yep.
You know, and then for it to be a musician of that caliber, but then also to be a Marine, as we're writing a song about a Marine.
And there was at one point last night when he said, "You got to punch me in at the end." He said, "I started getting into this song too much," and he said, "I don't even know where I was at." He said, "I was just thinking about those words." You know, he said.
Yeah.
So he was the perfect choice for this because and boy, did he knock it out of the park too.
Always does.
Yeah.
Always does. But it makes it even more special. So now we got, you know, I'm a veteran. I got to be a little bit on the writing side, and then a little bit on the, you know, helping you with the production on it. And then, you know, to have Aaron, who's an Army veteran, singing it with an amazing voice. And then you've got Stacy Lamont Sidnor on the drums, a Marine veteran. I mean, it's a great opportunity for, you know, to get some talented folks together.
Yeah, and a little history on me too is my daddy was a Marine. He had the eagle tattoos on both arms, and I just remember as a little kid how big he was. You know, I just thought he was giant. You know, and he probably wasn't that big, but I sure thought he was. And my grandpa fought in World War II in New Guinea in the Army, and was MIA for a couple of weeks, and so there's a history with me. I was born without my right eye ever developing, and so I was not able to ever join. But being involved in AHERO and Harmony Hill and AHERO Records is my way of giving back and feeling like I'm somehow a part, you know.
Oh yeah.
So it means more to me than just coming and writing a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The healing power of nature is strong, and it's nice to be, you know, involved in the whole process, and, you know, getting to meet folks like you, and getting, you know, most importantly, given the ability to veterans to tell their story, perhaps get it out.
Yep.
For the first time, or, you know, just get something off their chest, or, you know, just learn that, you know, everybody's got their struggles, and you never know what people are going through, and that's why it's important to be kind, and you don't see a lot of kindness happening on the news. So, you know, it's important to get involved in your community and get out there and, you know, and be a part of something that's gonna, you know, help somebody out.
Yeah, and to go back to the weekend in Pensacola when we wrote it, that evening, the next day after we'd written that, you know, we stayed up till 1 a.m. You know, we went to the dinner, and we were supposed to, Mike, you and I were supposed to perform, and we set up and all that, but guys got to sharing, and girls they started sharing their
testimonials,
stories, and I think we only sang one song apiece, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because there wasn't any need to, and so once again, I got more out of it than anybody else did. I think just sitting up there being able to hear what that weekend had meant to them, and it was amazing. I mean, you just have to experience it sometime if you ever get a chance to. And then the next Sunday, we got to see the veteran and her son get baptized. I mean, that following Sunday, right the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it didn't get any better than that. I was sitting so close to the baptismal, I got wet.
Yeah, and I was right there with you.
You were right there with me.
Capturing it on
we
film.
were watching it. Yeah. So what a weekend, and to think all the stuff that could have stopped me from being there, and it wasn't. I mean, I just knew I was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And man.
Well, I'm glad you were, because there's a great song that came out of it. I'm excited for people to hear it.
Me too.
And it's just part of the program of what happens with AHERO and Music for a Hero. If you want to learn more about AHERO, go to AHEROUSA.org, or you can go to AHERO Records and learn about some of the things we do with the Music for a Hero music therapy program, and also what we do with veteran artists. So
it's wonderful.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for joining us here, and we look forward to many more rides together.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm in.
Yes, sir. Thanks.